Hello all, I hope you're doing well. Today I would like to talk to you about cranial nerve 5, also known as trigeminal, and also demonstrate to you some of the exercises you could do to tone it. This particular nerve is the largest cranial nerve, and it originates in the pons area of your brain stem. It then branches out into 3 branches from 3 sensory and 1 motor nuclei. The 3 branches are known as ophthalmic, maxillary, and mandibular, and I'll talk a bit more about those in just a moment. I'll be reading some of the information to you. As I always say, I don't want to miss something that I want to share with you, so please bear with me. And this nerve also is quite extensive in what it does for us, so there's quite a bit of information that I want to cover. So, returning to the 3 branches, ophthalmic branch supplies sensations to the forehead, scalp, and front of your head. And you can refer to the post that I just made about dermatomes that show you different areas that trigeminal innervates, primarily of the skin of the face and the head. The next branch is maxillary, as I've mentioned, and it supplies sensations to the cheek, upper jaw, top lip, teeth, gums, and side of the nose. So right there. And last but not least, the mandibular branch supplies sensation to the lower jaw, teeth, gums, and bottom lip. Besides providing this sensory innervation, trigeminal nerve also, as I mentioned, has a motor component, and that helps you open and close your jaw as well as help you chew. Trigeminal nerve is responsible, in conjunction sometimes with other cranial nerves, for very important reflexes, which I will mention in just a moment. The first reflex is trigeminocardiac, and that happens whenever a trigeminal nerve is triggered. It could be during a dental procedure, or sometimes we could inflict too much of a pressure on it ourselves, and we don't really want to do this because, or try to avoid it as much as possible, because that could set forth a mechanism thereby you could lower the heart rate, and sometimes that could cause very difficult situations for us to manage. The other reflex that trigeminal nerve is responsible for is corneal, and it's the reflex that actually helps us protect our eyeball from drying out or some foreign matter getting into our eye. So what will happen is that we will blink and protect our eye this way. In some ways, trigeminal is also responsible for lacrimal reflex. that sets off a tear production. Together with the facial nerve, they produce this kind of body reaction. The next reflex I want to mention is chewing or biting and these are quite old. They've come down from other organisms through evolutionary process, and it could make our muscles sometimes really tight, and I'll talk about that as I will be demonstrating some exercises to release the tension there. And the last but not least is jaw jerk. So the jaw jerk reflex is tested to see if the trigeminal nerve is functioning properly, and it should be absent or very minimally present in an adult. So without further ado, I would like to start talking to you about and demonstrate some of the toning exercises for the trigeminal nerve. Learning the contours of your face and head and unique features of your face and head is very powerful for self-awareness and sense of self-presence. Relaxing the muscles of the face and the jaw helps with number of things like managing stress. If you take your time and just try to gently put the palms of your hands on your face and just feel gently. You could go up higher as well and see what you notice when you do this, what happens in your body, what happens in your nervous system, how is it responding. You could also then proceed to just holding your head like so and just resting your hands on your head like that. Just try to breathe normal and keep moving backwards, and maybe just when you put your palms of your hands on the back of your head, just slowly like tilt your head backwards just as much as it's comfortable, and feel your back of your head resting in your hands. Maybe lean backwards a bit more. Proceed at the pace that's comfortable for you and stop at any time. You could also put just one hand on the side of your head and lean into it and just rest the side of your head in your palm, like so. And then do the other. Notice that your muscles of your neck and upper back are stretching as well. So these are some of the things that could be done. You could also study your face in the morning or whenever you're washing your face, maybe in the morning, at night. Just feel it again, maybe feel the temperature of the water you normally wash your face with. Experiment with a bit cooler or warmer temperatures if that's okay with you. These are some of the things that also will bring your attention to yourself and how you feel. For me, this particular exercise just makes me feel very aware of being present and feeling like I'm taking care of myself, which is very relaxing for my nervous system. Scalp massage and light ear massage on the outside will also reset the autonomic nervous system to rest and digest state. While taking a shower, you could kind of gently massage your head and stop in different areas and just notice how you're feeling, if there's any tension anywhere, and maybe to try and release that tension. The other important exercise that you could do would now involve mandibular region specifically. We tend to hold a lot of tension in these areas, and our biting reflex tends to get activated when we're in a stressful state. So if you notice the tension, anytime you notice the tension, becoming consciously aware of it is a great idea is good to be able to then release this tension and bring your nervous system back to a relaxed state. Other things that can help is face yoga, low impact cardiovascular exercises, neck flexion and extension, gentle head rotations, and head tilts. All of these can really release the engagement of the fight-flight mechanisms in your nervous system. I also want to emphasize that the reason I keep saying do gentle touching and gentle massage is because we don't want to trigger that trigeminal cardiac reflex. So also you could be engaged in exercises for your eyes, and that will help with the health of trigeminal, especially like blinking your eyes. Sometimes we look at computer or a book for too long and we kind of been straining your eyes perhaps. So doing some blinking exercises, gentle ones, also is good for toning trigeminal. And the last thing I want to mention is, since the trigeminal nerve innervates your teeth, both upper and lower, obviously keeping the teeth healthy is good for many reasons, but also because it's directly connected through trigeminal, it will affect the health of trigeminal, health of trigeminal affects the health of your teeth. I hope you find all this information helpful. Please don't hesitate to let me know. I am open to your comments, questions, and concerns as always. Thank you.